Welcome back. This was released on Steam today. It's like 18 years it took. A little bit of history before we start. This was actually the first game, the first game that I got when I first got a PlayStation 2. I got this and another one. Can't actually remember what the other one was. I think it might have been Shadow of Memories. Maybe. Anyway, I bought this with my PlayStation 2 when I first got one, and I've been something of a fan of the series ever since, so I was really excited when it came. I will warn you, I'm rather out of practice at it, because I haven't played it for quite some time, any of them, but I still have very fond memories of it, and I decided I'm going to jump straight in. I'm going to be playing with the mouse and keyboard to begin with, just to see how well it does, but I'll probably come back and use the controller for the rest of it. I don't remember it all that well either, because it has been quite some time. I only remember bits and pieces of it. I think I probably actually remember Onimusha 2 best of the series, because it's the one I played the most. It has the most replayability because it had multiple branching paths to the narrative. Never finished the fourth one. Really should get back and do that at some point. I think I made it to disc 2 on that, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Played through the third one several times. That's the one with Jean Reno. The likeness and his voice for the French-speaking moments, but not so much for the English. They dubbed him over with somebody else, which I found quite disappointing, but still. Mostly what I remember about this one is it takes place at Gifu Castle, which I thought was quite interesting, because Gifu is one of the Norse runes. Yes, I'm playing it in Japanese, by the way, with English subtitles. Don't usually play games subtitled, I usually prefer not to for the sake of immersion. But I figure it's set in Japan, so people should be speaking Japanese. Makes more sense to me. Don't know how well I'm going to do. Again, has been a while, but I will do my best. Also, I'm going to be playing it with tank controls rather than 3D movement, at least when I'm using the mouse and keyboard. How long is this intro? The animations still hold up really well. Texture quality, yeah, it's okay. Granted, this is a pre-rendered scene, so unless they remade it completely, it's not going to look much different than it did. I'm not sure how connected this is to the main story, to be honest. I know it's referenced repeatedly, and those guys with the straw hats, they come back as the demons. Yeah, I'm not massively up on my Onimusha lore. I wonder how close to the actual history of it is. I wonder if this is how Nobunaga died. I know that Nobunaga is equally one of the most respected and reviled of Japan's rulers. It's probably best remembered for saying, if a demon is what it takes to unite my country, then a demon I shall become. And I don't think it's hard to see how that line there was one of the huge inspirations behind this game, because he gets himself a demon army. And yes, don't worry, Capcom have confirmed the panda outfit is still in the game. Yeah, for those who don't know, in post-game, you know, New Game Plus mode sort of thing, you can get a fluffy panda outfit, and you have a button that allows him to put on and take off his head. Oh, brilliant. A lot of people have been complaining that this isn't the Genma version, which was on the Xbox. I don't actually know what the differences are, because I've never played the Xbox version. An extra, like, some extra game modes or something. So I said it was like Spirit Tower or something. And also, let's get this out of the way right at the beginning. You absorb souls in this to level up, so yeah, it's like Dark Souls. Except it's not. I always thought that that idea came more from Soul Reaver, to be honest. So this was some time before Dark Souls was even a twinkling in anybody's ball set. Although it might have been around a similar time to the very first, what's widely considered the very first Souls-like, also by From Software. That was during this period. Don't know exactly when. It was during the PlayStation 2 era anyway. I just don't know exactly when. I keep forgetting the name of it as well. So, anywho, let's get on with it. Dear Samanosuke, I am writing this letter in the hopes you will read this in time to help. That's the princess, I think, that's written this, the woman who was kidnapped. Oh, thanks for that. Something is wrong with the Inabayama castle. Some of the maids and servants have gone missing, and I fear that it might be the work of monsters. I am so scared, Samanosuke. In case you're wondering what I'm saying thanks about, it went to screensaver for a moment. People tell me that the monsters eat the maids and servants, and then take their remains to someplace deep underground. When I told my brother Yoshitatsu about this, he did not seem interested. He's too busy preparing for his upcoming battle with Nobunaga. I'm going to have to move the mouse around then to make sure that doesn't happen again. Shouldn't have happened that quick though. Samanosuke. Although it has been a few years since we were forced to take separate paths due to the battle between my father Dosan and my brother Yoshitatsu, you are still the only one that I can rely on. I can only hope that you receive this letter and that you will find it in your heart to come and save me before it is too late. Yours faithfully, Yuki. Yeah, it's definitely not the women's anyway. She's Kaede. She's a shinobi, I think. Airoku 3, 20th day of the 8th moon. Don't know if that's a real calendar that the Japanese used to use on that. Probably is. But yeah, that women's with the like reddish. It looked kind of orange in the cutscene, but it's more red in game. That reddish mini dress. That's Kaede. You play as her briefly. She's a little ninja women's. Who always reminded me of the Kagami, is it? The ninja girl from Ninja Scroll. This way, sir. Oh, it's more oranges now. Fair enough. Well, Princess is at the keep. There are two ways to get there. The western path or the northern passage. I think she goes west. Yeah. Bye, bitch. Alright. Oh no, the mouse pointer's staying on screen at all times. That's disappointing. Right, that's ready. That's block. That's attack. Okay. Can I talk to this dude? I'm not sure. Can I talk to them? I can't remember. That one. That one. Right. Can't remember which button I set as the one to interact with things, but then I remembered. Dun dun dun. I'm not sure what the advantage of readying your weapon actually is. I don't remember. Well, that was hard. Made it seem like she'd been taken for a while, but she's suddenly right there. He's like, wait a minute. Hime means princess. Right, the that gives it a lock on. Fair enough. The readying your weapon allows you to do a lock on. Okay, good to know. Yeah, your starting sword isn't very good, but you get more as you go along. You get some magical weapons. Oh, there we go. All done now. That was a great game. Yeah, it's just as good as I remember. Nice, decent length. Doesn't overstay its welcome. So, I suppose all that remains for me to say is thank you for watching. That was a really lame joke, wasn't it? Can't remember exactly what happens to her. Is the mouse pointer visible in the recording, I wonder? I don't know. That's alright, I'm here now, women's. I wonder if it'll still be there when I use the controller. We shall find out, I'm sure, at some point. This game does show just how good the PlayStation 2 was, just how capable it was as a piece of hardware. I mean, okay, it has much higher res textures this time around, but they still look really good. You can see how good they would have looked at the time. And yeah, this is one of the earlier Capcom titles when they were still using those pre-rendered backgrounds. I wonder, will it go... Damn it, it does. It goes outside of the screen. Well, sniff. Thankfully, I'm not going to have to move my mouse around much, but I'll put it over there so it's out of the way. Yeah, using pre-rendered backgrounds was something that Capcom did a lot in the past, because they take up far less processing power than, you know, like fully rendered like 3D backgrounds, which allowed them to make it like this, make it look a lot better than it would have otherwise. Some developers still do that now, though they tend to go more for a fixed camera, which means they always know exactly how much is going to be on screen. They don't necessarily have a static backdrop anymore, in the sense of it just being one flat image that's done in such a way that it makes it look curved. God of War does that, for example. The fixed camera, I mean. I think... to the best of my knowledge, I think Onimusha 2 was the last game where Capcom ever did static backdrops that were matte paintings. Because even the Resident Evil remake, or remake as it's called, in capital R, capital E, make, of the original Resident Evil, although it kept the fixed cameras, they weren't static images for the backdrops, they were fully 3D rendered. That's a great game. Even thinking about Resident Evil 0, which unpopular opinion is my favourite of the franchise, that also had, although it was again static images, was fully rendered. Right, can I just back out of that? Yeah, I can, good, because I remember how to do most of the stuff. Oh, there's my first save point. Yep. Right, okay. Enhance? Oh, yeah, of course, level up my stuff. I don't have enough herbs. I don't have enough herbs to do that yet. It's given us 20 save slots. Cool, good to know. Save completed. I'll probably make use of more than one along the way, I'm sure. I want to save at a specific point so I can get screenshots for the Pixel Judge review, which I shall be doing. Indeed I will. Oh no! You should have just let go, dude. See? You should have just let go. Yeah, hey bitch. We're all bitches. Right, there are some advanced combat techniques you can do, like if you attack at just the right time, you'll do like an instant kill. If you parry at just the right time, you'll do an instant kill. Right, was it that one? Okay. That guy's dead as sniff. Love how those guys up there are just like, yeah, whatever. He's just being a dude. Right, there are items in here that I can break? I know there are in some places. It's rare to see games that'll do that these days. Such a tiny little room, just for, you know, for the sake of realism. I have that one tiny little room that you walk into. Normally that you'd go to something else. You know, a larger area. That scream was very much like... I don't know, it reminded me of something though. Oh, crikey. Oh, Crunkax! Crunks! Ow, I'm getting squagdagged. Squagdagged. Get sniffed. Sniff all the sniffs. Yeah. Can I break that? No, it's part of the background. Let me in, bitch. Come on, Snifferpede. Wait a minute. Did you... that face. What's going on and shit? Biznage. I can't remember if it had Japanese voice choices during the original game. I know it was at a time when they didn't really do that. You either had English or Japanese. You didn't get both. Not very often anyway. Pretty sure... no, it didn't. But Onimusha 3 didn't. But they had an in... Please. Oh, I can talk to some of them. They had an in-canon explanation for it. There was some kind of... what was the word I'm looking for? I can't be asked reading what they have to say. There was some kind of magical wibbleness that made them both speak English so they could communicate with each other. Something like that, anyway. Oh god, it's these guys. These guys are tougher than... Ha! Right, if you press backwards and attack, then that's how you do the kick. You can also do it. Yeah. It's all coming back to me now. Bitches. I will murder... Oh, you. Don't go being a biznitch. What a big hole, that's what she said. Did the monster do this? You can't get around it. Seems you can't come back once you go down this hole. Will you go down? Sure. I'm a man. I like going into holes. Bitches. Bats being bats. Bats maru. Being bats maru like. You dead bitches. Yeah, maybe I'll swap that round so I'll put W as my... Maybe I should swap it round so I put W as my guard and A as my thingy bob. Maybe. Underground temple map. That's ish. Go on, get on the floor, and then I'll stab you, and you will be dead. Give me that, bitches. I'm going to try and do everything, by the way, including all the demon floors, so I can get the special weapon and stuff. And I can't remember how to get all the armor, but I'll try to figure it out. Looks like this mummified monk was supposed to guard this temple. There is a green scroll here. Will you take it? Yes. You got the Sugen's note. To the brave one who finds and is reading this scroll, cast all thoughts aside and heed my words. There exists an ogre's gauntlet that draws its power from the souls of those who were slayed by demons. Master its secrets and great powers will be yours. Remember, without the power of the ogres, you are no match for the demons. Sugen. Lucky that they gave me that gauntlet right at the beginning then, isn't it? I think that you should have gone a little bit further without it. That should have been the first hint about it, and then like the first part of the thing should have been you trying to find it and shit. Yeah? It would have given you a better sense of progression, I think. Get dead, biznitch. Oh, cracky. Oh, globbits. Oh, crumbs. Come here, Sniffergax. Sniffergax. Ow. Sniffergax. Gak is... a Klingon, Dindins. Right, yellow ones give health, red ones give, bitches. Seiryu. Subverted a man their power against. Right. Yellow ones give health. I'm sure there's another one as well. I think there's a green and maybe even a blue soul that you can get. Not sure. We'll figure it out as we go along. Aha! Bitches. Biznitch. And biznitch. Aha! There is something there. You got the journal, number 1. Master Sugen and I have followed the monster that has been kidnapping people around here. It has led us to this cave. Right, it's one line at a time, not one page at a time. Good. The cave seems to be a nest for demons, every kind of monster imaginable, even ones I never would have believed to exist. They call themselves demons. Oni. They hate sunlight and seem to have lived underground since before the human race species even existed. Caucasian is a race. I say this pretty much every time this comes up, but let me do it again. Caucasian is a race. Negro is a race. Human is a species. If it wasn't, then we'd also talk about the chimpanzee race. We're all hominids, but we are distinct races. Anyway. My master has already made up his mind to go into the cave. I am confident that he has the power to banish the demons. I have a little talent for drawing, and I also have faith and courage, so I will not be afraid of the monsters. As such, I am going to record everything I see. This is going to be the most bizarre book in history. Saimyo. I have some courage, huh? Bet you can't guess what's going to happen to that Sningang, then. Yeah. Right, what's this? You got the Shiden. Oh, this is my first weapon, isn't it? Which element is this? Because all the weapons have elements. This one's lightning. There's a lightning one. There's a double-bladed staff that's wind, probably my favourite weapon. There's a big broadsword that's flame. I think that's it in the first game, apart from the special item. Trick treasure box, right, okay. Yeah, I remember how to do these. Like that. Oh, you have a limited number of times you can do it. Okay. Let's do that first. Yeah, there we go. No.